I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in, talk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go.
Welcome everyone to From the Hip podcast. I know you're not normally seeing, you see our lovely host, Anthony, but unfortunately, he could not make it. So the madman in the dark cave has taken over. And as you could see, it's just me and Hollywood Moe. Unfortunately, the rest of the cast could not make it. But Moe, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you, brother?
Dude, I'm good. It's been a minute since we've recorded. Get this up and running. A little bit longer than we want. We got some, fortunately, the Rodriguez family, they have an unholy connection to their jobs and family. Corey, I'm imagining is the same thing. Mm-hmm. So, but me and Mo, we got to get this shit rolling.
Yeah.
We got to get this, some subjects going on. A lot has happened in this postseason. A lot of trades, a lot of, not trades, but just a whole lot of moving around. So change has come, and what to expect from all this change. Now, I'm going to go ahead. We can go and start with the NFL transactions, all these different ones. Because, God, we've had so many. I think the most recent one, I think that was big news, was the Russell Wilson going to the Giants.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, man? How does it make you feel? Oh, also, I don't mean to cut you off, but since the host is normally drinking, I have myself here an Angry Orchard. This is for you, Anthony.
How I feel about that? That's a Band-Aid. And then I'm a little confused as well. Because they signed Jameis.
Yep, they signed Jameis earlier.
And now you sign Russell Wilson. So you don't have your quarterback. So I'm just gonna assume you have those Band-Aids there to back up each other in case somebody get hurt. I'm gonna assume that they're not gonna get Shador. And I'm gonna assume that they're trying to get Travis Hunter and wait for Arch Manning, maybe. But it confused me. After they got Jameis, I thought it was over. Quarterback rob. Yeah.
I thought so. I thought Jameis, he either could just be the starter for any potential new pickups for the draft, or, he would. That's all I imagine. You want someone with some experience. You can't just throw a rookie. You can, but it'd be a dumb idea.
Yeah.
As you know, the Giants are full of dumb ideas.
Yeah.
So, but then, I didn't think too much. Then the Russell Wilson one, I was very shocked because did the Steelers didn't have that bad of a season. I know they didn't really play as well as they hoped they would, but even then, then they also Justin Fields. They also got rid of him, correct?
Yeah, because he's with the Jets now.
Yes,
he should have been
right.
in the first place.
So you got two quarterbacks from the Steelers who honestly played both well. Fields had a good performance, lost a few games. Russell came in, he was injured.
Yeah.
Then came in, had some good games, didn't do so well in the playoffs. It happens. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's 100% on the quarterback's fault for that, but then you let go of both of your quarterbacks.
I think there was two different there was two different reasonings for that.
It's a family man right there.
Yeah. There was two different reasonings for that. With Russell Wilson, I think it was like a choice. I think Russ thought he was moving out the way for Justin Fields. Justin Fields, I think he was a little hurt.
You think when they benched him, you're thinking he got a little butthurt over it.
Yeah, I think he got a little butthurt.
Which I think rightfully so.
Yeah.
he played great. It's not like we're putting you down because you're playing
Yeah.
like shit, because then it's like that's your fault. No, you were winning games.
Yeah.
We lost, I
Yeah.
think he lost the 2 before they benched him, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that's
and
it.
it may have been 1.
It was 1 or 2. He won like 4 games, if I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
correctly,
yeah,
then lost 1 or 2, and then
yeah.
Russell Wilson, bam, in here. And they were winning again, but it's like, was that really was it Fields' fault they lost?
I don't think it
I
was. And I think he just, all right, cool. What am I going to come back here for if when I was doing well you sat me down?
Exactly. Like and that was the first one to leave. Fields first left, went to the Jets. So then, I'm pretty sure everyone's thinking, all right, well, Russell Wilson, he's the starter. He
Yeah,
played well. Just got to
yeah,
do some, little tweaks here and there, upgrade a little
yeah,
bit, and be a strong
yeah.
contender again.
Yep.
And this happened the 27th. So this happened yesterday. Russell Wilson goes to the Giants.
Yeah.
What do you think is going in the Steelers' mind right now? Like, what do you think they are? What do you think their plan could be? They lost both their quarterbacks.
They got to panic.
That's
The reason why I say they have to panic is because you gotta go get you a quarterback. You still don't have one. Both your quarterbacks that were big name quarterbacks for your team last year are gone on other teams under contract. You go get Mason Rudolph. I know that you're not thinking about going to use him the whole season.
no,
So
he's a good backup.
unless they have somebody in mind that is not Cam Ward, that is not Shador, then I think you kind of in like panic mode because you don't have a starter coming after him outside of maybe Jackson Dart. But I don't think you get in Jackson Dart with the Raiders having a pick soon after all the top 2 QBs go.
Yeah, it's true.
So you gotta trade up or you gotta do something.
It is a very insane thing that happened with that. I was very shocked. Steelers, we don't know what's going through your fucking head, but
Yeah.
damn, man, figure it out.
I also saw that they kind of with that DK move, it takes away from how much Aaron Rodgers wants, not what he deserves, what he wants. So,
do you think Rodgers is going to the Steelers?
I think that's where he should have went in the first place, but he didn't because he wants to run things, and then stuff is coming out. I'm sure he'll deny it, saying that he wants to go somewhere where they have like a culture like Green Bay. Well, you shouldn't have left Green Bay.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you should have just stayed and not been a dickhead at the last 2 years while you were there.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Rodgers. He did great with the Packers. As we know, Packer fan right here. I green. Yeah, I bleed green and yellow.
Yeah,
but I mean, we all can admit he was a dickhead those last 2 years.
Yeah, he was a dickhead. He was definitely a dickhead. He was definitely a dickhead.
But we'll see what happens to Rodgers. I think that Minnesota deal dropped. I heard him possibly going to Minnesota. I don't know if that fell through, but that was a rumor going around. Okay,
that would tick me off.
I heard the rumor. I didn't dive too much into it, but I heard that he was in talks with. I think he was in talks with the Giants.
I saw it too. He was
Steelers,
in talks with Giants, Steelers.
I heard Minnesota, and
I want to say at one time the Seahawks.
I don't know that one. I didn't hear that.
Wait, no. Yeah, I think it was the Seahawks because I don't think the Raiders reached out.
Raiders weren't going to reach out. We know they got plans.
Yeah.
But do you think Rodgers is going to still get on a team this season? Right now, Steelers is probably looking like the best pick.
Yeah, I think Rodgers has to. Okay, here's my thoughts. No, he's not going to play this season. I also think it's going to be his own fault because you're not that much for. Okay, stat wise, yeah, he kills Russell Wilson, but at the end of the day, you both only got one Super Bowl.
It's true. It's true. 1 Super Bowl ring.
So if he could take the money he took to go to the Giants, if he could take the money he took to go to the Steelers, you could take the same exact money. You only have 1 Super Bowl.
It's true. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And we also have to admit, how old is Rodgers now?
Yes.
43, I think.
Much older than Russell Wilson.
Exactly. And it doesn't shock me. I mean, it shocks me the Giants picked up 2 quarterbacks. Whatever. But it doesn't shock me they don't go with Rodgers. That's not a surprise in my point of view with this. Because if they're clearly looking at Russell Wilson and you want to stack Wilson, Rodgers, yeah, they may have similar records, but one's younger than the other. You're going to pick the younger one. Then Rodgers had that tear 2 years ago, that ACL, not ACL, his Achilles. So damaged goods. But what else do we? Let me look at this list, because I have a whole list. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know, normally we have a script, somewhat of a script, and more guidelines from our host Anthony, and he does a very good job keeping things taken care of and putting things in order. I don't have shit, because this is from the hip, and all I have is Google, because I'm the research man. And let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings. If you could just pull up who they got. Well, yeah, let's talk about them. They made a bunch of signings that I think is scary for the league. Well, let's pull them up. So you have the Vikings signings right here. All right. Who are you thinking about right here? Because we gotta. So it's just agreeing to terms. What I'm seeing is transactions right now. Hold on. Well, that was off their website. Of course, I'm going to get stupid information. Let's see.
Oh, see, hold on. See, hold on. Free agent. I got to put free agent signings. I see their website's doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, about to say.
I know 2 for sure. And it's
tighten up, Vikings. What are we doing here, man?
Yeah, they got Jonathan Allen from the Washington Redskins.
Oh,
and the Commanders, and then they got Hargrave from the Niners.
Yep.
That defensive line is going to be insane. And then for the offensive line, they went and got Will Fries from the Colts. They was throwing out money like nobody's business.
Damn. Looking at all these right now.
Whatever quarterback they get, whatever quarterback they start with is gonna have some time in the pocket for sure. And then they're also going to be threatening quarterbacks quite often.
Do you think that they are going to stick with JJ McCarthy as their starter?
Yes.
That is
those are the people who drafted him. I mean, like that regime. Nothing's changed.
I'm seeing right here a report. This came out yesterday. Aaron Rodgers' future projected contracts offer from Steelers Vikings. So the Vikings still, I mean, it may not be 100% confirmed, but it looks like they still show some interest in Rodgers.
I can see why, because I mean, maybe I can see why they play with the idea, because we don't know exactly where he is in his recovery.
True.
So you do have to still have that conversation. I just think that you do have to give the kid a chance, because you did draft him.
I agree.
Was it first round last year?
I believe it was first round.
So you did draft him. He did, and the only reason you really sat him was because he got hurt. Because you was about to start him last year.
You're going to start him, have Sam Darnold as your backup, and then Sam Darnold took you to the goddamn playoffs.
Yeah,
they got stomped. If I remember correctly, they lost pretty bad in the playoffs. You're allowed to have a bad game. Is it just me, But I feel like you're allowed to have a bad game. And I get it. It's playoffs. You shouldn't have a bad game in the playoffs, but it happens.
Yeah.
And then you drop them like a sack of bricks.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's on that revenge tour. He's with Seahawks now, correct?
Yes.
That's a revenge tour.
Revenge tour. And then you also remember they just got Cooper Kupp.
Yep. Got Cooper Kupp. It is.
So he has a target. I'm not sure how that looks. But he has a target. He may not have DK Metcalf back there no more, but he got a target.
He has a target, but I mean, who would you rather have, Metcalf or Cooper Kupp?
Cooper's 31. 30.
I'll double check.
Cooper's 31-30. So as far as that team.
31. He's 31 years old.
And he keeps getting injured. I probably would have kept DK. I understand why they move on from DK. But Cooper Kupp, if he comes back and he's Cooper Kupp, that's routes galore from him and Smith and Jigba, I think that's his name.
Okay, yeah. That's
routes galore. That's
if we could see like 3-4 years ago, Cooper Kupp right there. Yeah, that is a dangerous man. And you got Sam Darnold, who showed if you were on a good team with a good environment, good play, a healthy environment.
Yeah,
because Sam Darnold's been through the fucking ringer. We talked about it all, where he came from and everything. Seahawks, I think if they can get it just right, Cooper Kupp. If we see 4-year-old Cooper Kupp, it's gonna be dangerous. I think it's gonna be dangerous.
Because the very same culture that everybody talks about the Rams for, they got that idea from the Seahawks. They got that, that motivation from the Seahawks. Player friendly, player environment. They got that from the Seahawks. So I think even though Pete Carroll is in Vegas now, I just think I think the Seahawks have stayed the same. Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp, Smith and Jigba with that running back. I can't wait for season.
It is going to be interesting. And then, what else do we have that has happened so far? Let me pull it. I had the list up, and for some reason, my computer decides to not let me scroll on it. So just bear with me for a moment.
Do you hear yourself? Please don't tell me you hear yourself, because my headphones.
I do hear it. Oh, I can hear me. I can still hear you.
Okay, cool.
So as long as you can still hear me, I don't hear it through you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to check on.
Yeah, your microphone's really good at cutting out a lot of the background noise.
Okay,
so that is good. But let me go up to this free tracker again, because I had it pulled up and then it decided to just crap out on me. But what other signings? As I'm trying to look this up, what other signings are you aware of? That you want to talk?
Y'all
you think
got somebody I can't remember though.
Oh, yeah, we did just grab someone. Crap. You're right. Hold on. I should know that. I don't know why I don't.
All right. So if we're not talking about them, the Cowboys got absolutely nobody.
And what a surprise.
The Cowboys got absolutely nobody. So Cowboys fans out there, I want you to get ready for the biggest pile of shit you've ever seen. Okay. Hey. If you thought last year was bad, Cowboy fans, oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Let's see. All right. I think I got this list pulled up. Let's see. We got Welch from the Ravens.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the most recent one. Thought we got somebody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, me and my brother Tyler here, we just wanted to give you some content. So we apologize for the unpreparedness. But like he said earlier, this is from the hip.
You're not going to get any more from the hip at all when it comes to this. This is me literally Googling all the trades that have happened so far. So we will get to it when we can. I had a website pulled up and it just wouldn't let me scroll Like I was scrolling perfectly fine, then all of a sudden stops. We try to reload that up again. All right, there we go. Now I got power again. Thank.
Okay,
Christ.
Joey Bosa is a bill.
Yep. Okay.
How do you think that works out?
I think it's interesting. I think it's a very interesting setup to have right there. Because the Bills, I mean, damn near
Von Miller. Did it help?
I think it helps. I think it helps.
He was hurt. He was hurt most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. I think it helps a lot.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The guy was hurt. Unless I'm hearing the question
Joey
wrong.
Bosa gets hurt quite often himself.
You right? You right?
Yeah.
But if they both, I mean, if one's hurt and the other's not, I mean, that's a plus, right?
Well, they got rid of Von Miller.
Oh, they got rid of Von Miller. Oh. Yeah. Oh, so they just traded. I didn't know they got rid of him. That was on me.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So
Von
they
Miller
literally
is thinking about going to the Broncos.
Oh man, that's an interesting. All right, man, that's okay. What'd you? I saw this one. What'd you think about Reynolds going to the Jets?
Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds to the Jets. Think he's already past his prime. Think he's on the decline.
Yeah,
because when he was Detroit, you played pretty good for a bit.
The Jets are pretty much set at receiver, yo.
So you think he's just there to make money?
Yeah, I think that's a depth move. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's supposed to move the needle much. I just think that's a depth move.
I agree. The Jets are definitely, sorry, Anthony, but as of right now, these are the bottom of the barrel teams.
Yeah.
So they are not somebody that you really want to go to. Because that rebuild phase is over. That was supposed to be Rodgers. Rodgers was that rebuild phase. That was, we're gonna be somebody. Here we got Aaron fucking Rodgers. All right, here we go. 2 shit seasons back.
I will give the Jets credit though, because boy, they slick. Boy, are they slick. Boy, that was a smart move what you did when you got Justin Fields, because you knew Garrett Wilson was tired of you bitches. Oh, you knew he was ready to go. He was this close to requesting the trade, and then boom. You went and got his college quarterback.
Damn. No, it's not. I was not aware they went to that was his college quarterback. As smooth as a baby's butt. God damn.
Yeah.
I respect to the Jets. I didn't know that. What do you think about Devontae Smith? Think he's staying?
Devontae Smith is a Ram. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Did he leave the Jets?
He left the Jets and he's now with the LA Rams.
I missed that. When did that happen?
That was probably the first move. That was the first signing. The first big blockbuster was him.
That shows me not paying any attention a month ago.
Yeah, that was the first one. That was probably the first one.
Yeah, because
now him and Puka tearing through people in that division.
Oh, that is going to be a dangerous combo.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Because I know before, speaking of wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, the Patriot. How does it make you feel?
Too much money.
Too much money. How much? How much did they get him for? I got it right here. So let's see.
It's like 3 years, $60 million.
$69 million for 3 years. Damn, Kraft got some money.
Yes, they have the most cap space in the league, and they spent it this year. They certainly spent it. They spent a lot this offseason.
It looks like
Vrabel came in there, got rid of people. They spent a lot. Hold on, let me
see. Yeah, because they just got Bentley.
They released Bentley.
Oh, they released Bentley. Yeah, you're right. They released Bentley, which gave them $4.6 million in cap. Let's see. Stephon Diggs, got that one.
I hate ESPN.
I'm on this website called Sport Track, not giving him a shout out, but it's all like in chronological order. So
Okay.
it's like Christian Elias matched a 2-year first-year contract. Let's see what else. Waived a bunch of people.
Waived a bunch of people to go and give a lot of money up.
I mean, they had to do it.
They did.
The Stephon Diggs deal. They got to start making some room.
Yeah, they most certainly did. They had to
Jack
do it.
Gibbons signed a 1 year. Jack Gibbons. Just signed
those
him.
Are the big ones.
No, I'm just scrolling through. Hardman was the Packers one. I don't know if that was the one that you were talking about, wide receiver, but I don't think so.
I got somebody else, man.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of the. That's why I was like, when you said something, I was like, damn, did I miss something? Because I follow a lot of the Packers on that stuff, but I don't see anything. I could be easily could have missed it, but I don't think the Packers have made big moves. They haven't done anything that big yet. Now, I haven't seen Packers do anything, at least in March so far. Like I said, this is all in chronological order. So I mean, I'm seeing everything, every transaction.
You know what? I'm gonna just start going to Instagrams.
Fuck it, it's from the hip, baby.
Yeah.
Like I said, there ain't no script. I barely know what I'm fucking doing right now. I got a fucking beer in my vape, but I'm just trying my best.
Yeah, they got let's see if they're gonna give me everybody.
Let's see who is if we look at our chat, I know we got a few people that were
They got
chiming
Josh
in.
Dobbs, they got Jonathan Jones, Mac Hollins from the Bills.
Okay.
They got Carlton Davis from the Detroit Lions.
Nice.
They went and got hold on, who is this? I'm trying to look at his name. Oh, they playing off. They went and got Morgan Moses from the Jets as an offensive tackle.
Yep.
Milton Williams, who was on the defensive line for the Eagles.
Beautiful.
So they went and spent some.
Yeah.
They also went and got Landry the third.
I heard that one. Okay.
Yep. So now they got a good linebacker from the Titans.
Packers are pack-a-punching. That's what I like to see because they didn't need a whole lot.
That's the Patriots.
That was all Patriots.
Yeah.
I thought that was the Packers at first. I was like, I didn't know. I was like, oh, cool. Okay. All right. I'm just agreeing. Like, okay. Damn.
The Patriots went and spent money.
Yeah. Oh, shit. My bad. Patriots. Good for you. You know, Dan, this is for you. I got a buddy named Dan. He's the dirty dumper. And let's just say he rides or die when it comes to Patriots.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
beautiful.
y'all got McCole Hardman. Y'all went and got McCole Hardman and
I can actually change this. Let's see. Where's the Packers? I can go by teams now. Okay, there we go. Let's see. We signed Welch, Hardman, Hobbs, Nate Hobbs, Aaron Banks, Brandon McCamus. I don't even know, and McDuffel. So few things, not a whole lot. But let's go talk about that Patriots real quick. Let me just thank goodness this website has me to do this. You know, I'm going to shout them out. Go ahead, sporttac.com. I appreciate what you're doing. Let's see where these Patriots at.
And while Tyler is looking for that, don't forget while you're watching this on whatever you're watching it on, don't forget to go to that website from the hip.football. Again, that's from the hip.football.
You can't forget it. Wait a minute. That reminds me. Crap. I think I forgot to put it on. Where is it? Pretty sure it was under banners or something. I'll find it in a minute.
Probably.
But anyways, but yeah, so yeah, they got Diggs, Elias Smith, Parker Jr. Oh no, those are people that go. Let's see, yeah, Gibbons, Bardberry, Epps.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done a lot so far.
Yeah.
But what are some teams that you think that aren't making many moves that should be making some moves?
I know my Jacksonville folks would prefer me to say us, but I like what we did. Because we got a new head coach, new GM. We signed 10 people, but he told us what he was gonna do from the jump. I'm gonna build to death. We're gonna protect Trevor, and for the team aspect stuff, we're gonna build through the draft.
Bam! Found it.
Boom, there it is. So he told us exactly what he was gonna do. He went and signed some offensive linemen, some depth offensive linemen. He signed the best nickel corner in the league that was with the Cowboys, Jordan Lewis. He went and got a safety from the Texan, Eric Murray. He went and got I'm missing somebody too. Oh, he went and got De'Ami Brown from the Commanders.
I mean, just
After we get rid of Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, you got a speedster in De'Ami, you got a speedster in BTJ. So Jacksonville folks, I'm not talking about us. I like what we did. You can tell us in the comments. Somebody I think should have done some other things though, to be honest, is Atlanta.
Ooh, let's see. Let's pull up what they've done so far. Got a tight end. Got a kicker. It just says signed a 3-year contract. So is this them keeping who they have?
It seemed like it.
Like Krieg, that was their kicker.
No, their kicker was Young Ho Koo.
Okay, so they then they got another kicker. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I think picked up a few tight ends.
Yeah,
because they got Franks and Quentin Tarrio or something. I don't know. Wide receiver Agnew.
Yeah, I think Jamal Agnew.
Yeah, Jamal Agnew. Safety and Jordan Fuller. Defensive end Contavious. I'm butchering names, and I apologize to anyone who's watching this. I'm gonna butcher the living shit out of these names. But
the reason why I say they should do more is because there was a point last season where you had a chance to win your division.
Yeah,
against the Bucks, who was rolling, and I don't think they did anything to make themselves stand out, unless they planning to build through the draft as well.
I mean, I'm looking through this list, and I don't see
draft choices.
Yeah, you're telling me they do. We all remember last season.
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Yeah. And now Kirk Cousins is another one that keeps coming up for who is it? Is it the Raiders? I think it's the Raiders.
Ooh, let's look up some possible rumors for that, because see what we have. Kirk Cousins rumors, because he's not staying with Atlanta. Or at least, let's see right here. Possible Browns?
Oh, yeah, the Browns. Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting. I mean, how would you feel with Kirk Cousins going to the Browns?
What are we doing? If I was a Browns fan, what are
Fair
we doing?
Enough. You think it's over for Cousins?
You got the number 2 pick in the draft. There's 2 quarterbacks in the draft everybody keep talking about. So you're either gonna get one or the other. Get one.
I mean, do you think it's over for Cousins though? You think he's past it?
Cousins has to go somewhere where he's extremely protected. It was always a mistake to try to stronghold the Vikings. Because you saw that line last season, they was one of the top lines.
Yeah, it's just
was always a mistake. So you go to a lesser, which some people say Atlanta had a good line, but no, they didn't. He was running for his life at points.
Yeah, it's why he lost the passion, if I remember correctly, he said.
Yeah.
I'd lose a lot of passion too if I'm getting fucking from running my damn life every goddamn play.
Yeah, these big motherfuckers keep hitting me. I'm gonna lose it too.
Yeah, the passion is literally getting pounded out of him every other play. He's just getting fucking murdered.
I think he has to go somewhere. He has to stop going to these places who are gonna just give him astronomical amounts of money. Like, it's time for you to get into your I want to go to a contender phase.
And do you think he's in it for the money, or do you think he's in it for a contender? I mean, that's the real question.
I think he's in it for the money.
Yeah. So at this point,
your first contract with the Vikings at the time was a big contract. It was $85 million guaranteed, whole thing. Then you go to the Falcons. It was 160, 180, 120, something, 100 something.
Yeah, it was 100. Oh, yeah. I think 100. Yeah, I think 150. Yeah, it was real. It was stupid high.
Yeah.
I remember we all were like, that much for Cousins?
Guaranteed. So you're at, like, let's say it's 120. You have almost you're 200 plus now. You've got enough money. I'm sure you have endorsements. I'm sure you have something else to generate money. It's time to give up the money grab.
Does Kirk Cousins have a ring?
No.
You
have to look that up.
I'd have to double check because no, he doesn't have a ring. So this is a frequently question asked. It says, have Kirk Cousins ever won a Super Bowl? Quite simply, no team that has ever lost to Kirk Cousins during the regular season has gone on to win the Super Bowl. That's not what I'm trying to ask, but that's what it's going to give me.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins has not won any championships in his career right there.
No.
All this money for a man who's never won a ring.
He started in Washington, looked good, didn't win. Went to the Vikings, the best he's looked, didn't win. Falcons.
Lost the passion.
Yeah, it's time to give up the money grab. But see, the thing is, all the contenders got quarterbacks. And I don't think there's somebody who is a quarterback away. Unless you go to the Steelers.
I don't know if that's an option.
I don't think it is. I think it would have happened already if it was an option.
I think Tomlin's not that stupid.
I think so too.
I mean, I don't think he's being like, get rid of Russell and Fields. I don't think he's doing that. That's definitely out of his control. But I think he has somewhat of control of who to bring in. And I don't think he ain't looking at Cousins.
Yeah. I think it's rough for him to keep winning. It's rough on Tomlin. You're never going to be in contention for a top quarterback as long as you keep winning like you do. So with that being said, you're going to always have to go get a hidden gem when you draft a quarterback. That's hard to do.
It is. It's extremely hard to do.
Roethlisberger, nobody thought he was going to be what he became.
No, that ogre.
Coming from Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
He was just one of those ones. Yeah, he's good. But nobody thought he was going to become what he became.
No one saw him because no one's seeing a Super Bowl winner in Roethlisberger. And then what does he do?
Go win 2.
Wins 2. Like, so, what are we talking about?
Yeah. So Mike Tomlin is always going to be looked at badly, and I think Steelers fans are spoiled. Rightfully so. But you've been winning since the man been the coach.
It's kind of like the Dallas thing. It's that same it's that spoiled ideal of like the Dallas Cowboys. It's the same with the Steelers. This is, and I'm gonna pull on Anthony, and I hate to do it, but it's like the Yankees. I know I'm bringing up another sport. I get it. I'm sorry.
Can't wait till he see that.
I know he's gonna bring it up, and I'm getting my ass chewed for it, but it is what it is. But it's like that idea. You get spoiled from being having dynasty teams at one point.
Yeah.
And you win a lot, but then at some point that dries up. Yeah. I think the Patriots have finally stopped feeling spoiled.
Yeah.
I think after their dynasty fell apart,
Yeah.
that lasted a little bit of them still feeling a little spoiled, like, oh, they still got it, but they've had a rough few seasons where they're
become very annoying fans, though.
They were super annoying, but now I think it's getting to the point where I think they're gonna get annoying again because of all these moves.
Yeah,
but I mean, granted, they can be a little annoying. They're making some big moves.
Yeah.
So I
don't pan out. Who are you going to blame? Because last time y'all ran the coach out of town
for one season.
Run Vrabel out of town too?
Fuck no, man. They're the Patriots right now are praising Vrabel. They're just like, oh my god,
we're blazing them.
Thank you. They're just like, oh, we're winning the Super Bowl next year, and it's just like, not because of a coach change. Let's not get fucking nuts. It wasn't the
funniest shit. The funniest shit that happened if they get the same record.
Well, what was their record? They won 4 games.
4. Yeah. It's 4 and whatever.
4-13, or they play 17 games. Yeah, 4-13. Yeah, if they go 4-13 again, man, you know that fucking what was the other coach's name? Mayo?
Yeah, Mayo.
Mayo. He's gonna be just like sucks to be y'all.
Yeah, because he did that without the cap space and being able to go build his team again. And
he walked into a shit show. And did the best he could. But when you walk into a shit show, most organizations understand that. I know we talked about this already, but most organizations understand our first year, we don't, no moves were made that year because they couldn't, no cap space. So just do the best you can. Now, when we go into next season, we can start like what they're doing now, the rebuild, making the cap space, getting the big players. But then you drop.
Yep.
But hey, I mean, good luck, Patriots. Good luck, Dan. I hope they have a good season for the sake of your blood pressure. I hope they go 5-12. But I mean, that's what we got for a lot of. Do you have any other free agents signings you think you might be notable to bring up? Because the other thing would be the draft, and that is your forte. I mean, I've been looking a little bit into it. I know Anthony told us all to start focusing all of it. I did a bad job at it. I looked into it a little bit, not gonna lie, but I've been trying to
y'all to look into it though, because y'all just going off of what other people say in names. Y'all don't watch college like that.
And that's me. I don't have the time to watch all of it. I can watch the NFL season. But then it's like, let's watch all the college games. I'm like, God, there's so much going on. I don't got
this. It's a lot.
But we can look up because I have a mock draft brought up that someone, this is someone else. And it's one of the things I think you already know, like you said, it's one of the first round, first pick. I've heard this a lot. Cam Ward.
Okay. Yeah.
I hear Cam Ward a lot. And I'm hearing Shador is going to being like a third.
The reason the Titans have been spending a lot of time with him.
That's what I was hearing the Titans, because I heard there was like, they're not, there was always the idea, are the Titans going to trade, or is someone going to trade to get the number 1 or the number 2? I don't think Tennessee's going to trade.
No, Tennessee, I don't think they're trading out of that spot. I think they are going to get Cam Ward. I think Cleveland's going to shock people and get Shador.
Still, this mock draft that I'm looking at right here, still has Shador going to the Giants. Do you think the Giants would still be this?
Something stupid has to happen during the draft? Why not the Giants?
That's what I was going to say. You think the Giants are going to be this stupid? We're going to go and get Winston and Russell, but let's go ahead and grab Shador while we're at it.
Because for me, all right, so it would be kind of stupid for. It would be kind of stupid for Cleveland to get him as well with that contract that they got finessed out of for Deshaun Watson, right?
So this mock draft shows that they're going to grab Abdul Carter in the first round.
I'm trying to figure out what made Myles Garrett change his mind outside of money. So if I'm sitting up there thinking about that, I'm gonna say that the pick had a lot to do with it. Today he said something, and he was saying that he was speaking about a young quarterback that's patient and can learn. And he was saying that that's how teams win, with a young quarterback that's patient and can learn. Why would you say that if they didn't tell you, hey, we're going to go get Shador?
That's true.
I don't think you do that for Abdul Carter.
No. Not if you're trying to keep Garrett and you're telling him about the quarterback situation, you're not going to grab an edge.
Because that's his issue. Even though he won't say it, his issue is Deshaun Watson. We signed this. I liked it. He's been hurt, and then now he go re-injure himself. We tied into this contract. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I want to go play with somebody I can,
Myles Garrett wants a contender.
Yes.
The money's good. Yeah. I mean, he's one of the best out there right now. But I don't think it's all about money for him. He got the bag already.
And I still think Cleveland can get out of that contract. I think maybe they have to wait till the June 1st deadline. But I think they can get out of that contract since he re-injured himself.
I mean, they've had Deshaun Watson for how many years now? 2?
We on 3 now.
Let's say this will be coming up to 3.
He played 2 years. He had to sit that first one, right?
Yeah, because he got hurt.
So we on like year 4.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. 4 years. Are we seeing? Does Cleveland see something in Watson that we're not seeing?
No, I think they want to get rid of him. I think they see the writings on the wall, but you just have to pay him so much because you gave him $200.
Yeah, it's true. So you're thinking they're waiting until June 1st to
June
boot
1st,
him?
The contracts change.
Okay.
The hits change on your cap. So
they'll take less of a hit by booting him by June 1st. And then they can go ahead and try to grab another quarterback.
And I think they probably can get it lower since, he re-injured himself being stupid, So I think you can go get a Shador. And I think that would be smart. But the only thing is now you have to draft proper because who is Shador going to throw to? Just Jared Judy? Because Amari Cooper is gone.
Yeah. What are some receivers that you think would be really good in this upcoming draft? Because
McKillen, there's one that everybody looks at and says, "Oh my goodness!" It's T-Mac, Ted McMillan. He's out of Arizona. He's like 6'5",
6'4", 219.
Yep. And
as of right now in this mock draft, this is a mock draft, ladies and gentlemen. This is not this is the CBS Sports mock draft because apparently ESPN wants me to pay them money to look at their mock draft. Eat a bag of dicks, ESPN. Come on, I'm not paying $12 to read an article. Yeah. But out of this CBS Sports, they have him going to the Saints, first round. Not,
I can see it, but like.
That's if this mock
because who they comp him to, even though I don't agree with it. Mike Evans.
Really? Let's see right here.
But he runs like a 4.5, 4.6. He's not a top tier route runner. Mike Evans is a route runner.
Yes. That's why Tampa Bay has him, and that's why he
does what he does. You can't comp him just off of 50-50 balls.
So you're thinking McMillan, he's that route runner. You don't think he's going to be good for the Saints?
I think they need to develop him into a route runner. First year, he'll do some things and be like, oh shit, catch the ball really well in a 50-50. But he's not a burner. He's not a route runner right now. You can turn him into that because I don't want to say that you can't, because when DK was coming out, he dropped far in the draft to the Seahawks because they said he wasn't a route runner. And now look at it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to count the kid out, but
what you've seen so far, it's not what you think the Saints are going to need. Okay.
I don't think the Saints need defense, bro. You don't get rid of Lattimore. And they have a receiver in what's the one that came from Ohio State too with Garrett Wilson. They already have a receiver. I don't think they're gonna get Tet to put him on the other side. I also think the Saints just they need to do something different, man. Because Derek Carr
is something, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look over this.
Doing it. I can see them getting Tet.
Okay. I'm gonna look over this mock draft just to get some opinions of yours, because I mean you're our college expert. Okay. So obviously we took Cam Ward. We already brought up the first three because you got the Brown, got Cleveland going up to Carter, getting the edge, and then Shador going to the Giants. I
think the Giants should get Travis Hunter.
So that's apparently the Patriots are looking at Travis Hunter, or that's what the mock draft is saying.
Yeah, I figured that, but like to be honest, it would be stupid for the Giants. I really expect them to be stupid.
We all expect
something stupid going on in the draft to throw it all off.
Just like how we all expect that the Bears always make stupid decisions.
Right.
The Giants have now become that.
You have two quarterbacks. To everyone else, it's simple. Go get Travis Hunter. But they probably won't. And if they have them going to the Patriots, because from the rumor mill on Twitter is the Patriots should be trying to get an offensive lineman, which would be Will Campbell, I think his name is.
Let's see
from
where
LSU.
I just want to see where Will Campbell is on this mock draft. Let's see. Oh God, he's not high up. That's for sure. I wish I could search it, but all right, I'm not going to scroll through every single fucking draft pick in this. But all right, so the next one, what's going to be, first round to fifth pick is going to be your boys, Jacksonville. Jalen Walker grabbing an edge. I think you're muted.
I don't think we're grabbing him.
All right.
To be honest, I don't know who we're gonna get. Because this new GM is like the boy wonder from the LA Rams. He had a hand in getting Puka. He had a hand in a lot of their draft picks in these last couple of years when they didn't have draft picks that end up working out.
Okay.
So
this guy got this eye that not a lot of people have.
They use like this system. They created it themselves. So it's like I don't want to say AI, but
it's a unique thing. This guy has built an algorithm. He knows what to look for, and he's essentially, like you said, it's AI. All he's doing is he knows what to put in, and he goes, "That's the guy. I know what I'm looking for. That's it."
Yes,
gotcha.
The running back the Rams have Puka. The center they got some defensive pieces, all from like the last three drafts, and they just got like the first pick last draft. Like their first round pick, they just got back their first round pick like last draft.
Man.
So they've been cooking over there at the Rams, and I don't know who he's gonna get.
Okay.
I think he set us up to get best player available. So if it is that edge, then I'm okay with it. He come from Georgia.
Yep. Good call on that one. The next one, it looks like the Raiders are going to be going for Mason Graham, D-line.
Mason Graham is from Michigan. He is he has been very good on Michigan since he got there.
Yeah. Damn, he's a unit.
Yeah.
6'3" and 296. Damn.
Yeah, but see, they calling him short already because he's on that D-line. Because most D linemen like 6'5". But they call him short. They're saying he's like a pinball though, and
damn.
Sometimes I just think that shit don't matter. If I can move you out the way, I can move you out the way.
I was gonna say all of a sudden 6'3" is all of a sudden called short. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking hobbit if that's the case. Shit.
Yeah. So, I think that would be one of those picks because then you got Max Crosby there. He's not gonna have to. Mason Graham wouldn't have to do much.
No.
Cause some confusion in the middle. Max Crosby come around the outside.
Done. Be interesting. Next up, we got the Jets grabbing. I'm gonna say this name wrong. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ahmed Membu.
Oh, tackle, Missouri.
Yes.
That would be a strong pick.
All right, good pick for this one. Then we got eighth. Now we got the Panthers going for Will Johnson,
cornerback from Michigan.
Yep.
They are comping him to Surtain.
Okay. We talked about McMillan to the Saints.
So wait. They said the Panthers supposed to get him?
That's the projection. That's the projection. Yeah, Panthers.
Shit, that would be for their defense now. If Horn can stay healthy,
be pretty dangerous right there.
It might be all right now.
Okay. Then we go to the Bears, going with Ashton
Jeanty.
Yep.
Boise State. Hey, Bears fans, you're not getting Ashton Jeanty because y'all are stupid.
I couldn't agree more.
If they just so happen to prove me wrong and they got some lick of common sense and went and got Ashton Jeanty after they added Joe Thuney to their line, they added some other pieces to that O-line, right?
Let's see.
If they just so happen to make the smart move, the smart choice, and got Jeanty, it might get a little scary.
See, Chicago got McLeod, or they just it's assigned. Let's see. Trying to see where their O line or anything like that is. Let's see. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. God damn. Ogbong Bigama.
Yeah, just don't even.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
Yeah, because I couldn't do it either. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think it sound like two guys to the line, but
yeah.
Because I want to say they got somebody. Oh, Joe Thuney was from Kansas City. I mean, but yeah, they if they just so happen to
actually make a good decision.
Yeah.
Then we got San Francisco, pick 11. Will Campbell.
O-lineman.
O-line.
LSU. He's been heavily talked about, but for the wrong reasons recently. They were trying to say his arms are too short. I don't understand those fucking arguments.
He's 6'6". How short can his arms fucking be?
Tyler, he's literally been mauling people throughout his college career. And all of a sudden, these people want to break out their little measurement tapes. And his arms are too short.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just reading what they're saying because he puts a little paragraph with everyone and goes, Will Campbell's arm length seems to change by the day, so he could play a variety of positions in San Francisco.
See, that's why I hated our last GM. He was obsessed with arm length. If you ain't have long arms, he ain't want you.
I mean,
that's why he passed up on Aiden Hutchinson and got Trayvon Walker with the number 1 pick.
Because of arm length.
Arm length.
All right. Well, I fucking 6'6", 319 pounds. This is a fucking unit. It does say right here that the 49ers would probably play him as a guard initially, but could also be the heir apparent to Trent Williams.
That's putting a little sauce on it, but I don't think there's an heir apparent for Trent Williams.
Yeah, Trent Williams is kind of a one of a kind right there.
Yeah.
I mean, would it be just a good replacement? Obviously, you won't fill the shoes.
You're going in a different direction if that's your replacement, because Trent Williams does way too much for you to call him the heir. That's a lot of pressure on a Will Campbell, on anybody.
Oh yeah, on anyone, and for starters, yeah, that's the thing is anyone who's going to try to replace Trent Williams. Good for fucking luck.
That's
All right, now we're going to go to at this point, Anthony just keeps changing teams. So he's a Jets fan, he's a Giants fan, he's from New York. I respect it, but he's a Cowboys fan, which makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense at all.
But his Cowboys, Matthew Golden
from Texas.
Yep,
wide receiver. Yes, sir. Steve Smith says this is the best receiver out of this draft class.
Stephen A. Smith?
No, Steve Smith Jr. I mean.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
senior, Steve Smith Senior.
Okay.
And to give you back the background on that, he has usually when he says that, it happens.
Okay. Got a good eye.
He's built up a nice reputation for himself. Like he was a Cooper Kupp fan. He was a Cooper Kupp guy when Cooper Kupp was coming in.
Okay.
He was our receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. He loved him all throughout the draft process. We got him. Brian Thomas Jr. did exactly what Steve Smith said he could do. So he's built up a nice reputation for himself. But this year, when he came out with his rankings of wide receivers, this was number one, Matthew Golden.
It does say right here he'd be really good for a second wide receiver for CD Lamb.
Yeah.
Now that is just we can go ahead.
Fast.
I mean, we could go down this whole first round, which I think we could save for another day.
Yeah, we can say that for another day.
We
talk about. Okay, all right. Just one more thing.
Yeah, what you got? What you got, man, baby?
Just one more thing. Hey, NFL, could y'all just leave the kickoff alone?
I heard there was some more changes. What was that? I didn't see
the. They want to take the touch back to 35.
Why do they keep moving it?
I don't know. Can y'all just leave football alone for a few years?
I also heard they're gonna
even the stuff that we be asking for, like that dynamic kickoff. We didn't ask for that.
I heard they're also looking at the celebrations, looking to reduce it. I think.
No, they took away one. Now, some people are in an uproar. It's this one, but that's a gang sign.
Okay, was not aware of that.
So take it out.
Fair enough.
Take it out. But yeah, it's just, and then I think they tried to, there was some other stupid rule that they was trying to bring in that just leave the game alone.
Are they actually going with, I heard that they're actually trying to do that it was that tracking system for the ball like they use in tennis. I heard they're actually going to try to do it.
They're going away from the
chain game. Yeah. Is that's being implemented next season, correct?
I want to say it is.
Because I remember there was talk. There was the rumor before any of this stuff even came out. Because of the playoffs, it was the whole Buffalo game. That was the biggest one. You're going, what are we doing here?
We watched that guy pull that ball back, man.
You see, I don't know how many times you can look up a whole compilation on YouTube of how many times you've seen the chain gang and that ball get kicked by a ref an inch.
Yeah.
Or you see them walk up and you see where the ball is and the ref will grab it and move it back and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
But that's a whole nother conversation with refs, and trust we've already talked about the refs all last season.
Yeah.
But you're right. They got to stop touching the kicking side. I think we need to stop worrying. I think they're still making tackling too soft. Fuck up that quarterback. Not fuck him up too bad. That was a little too harsh. I had a beer. That's on me. But let me put it this way. When you have a quarterback, and there's nothing against him, this seems like it could be hate, and I get it, but it's just he knows how to play the game. And it is what it is. But when you have Jesus Christ, Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes. When Pat Mahomes flat out says, no, I know how to play the game. I know how to get that flag. You got to change
Red
it.
flag.
Exactly. But it's not Patrick Mahomes' fault. I'm going to get some hate in the comments. We get some hate because I was not a Kansas City fan last season.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get some hate on it because I'm bringing it up again. But it's not hate against him. He knows the rule. He knows how to bend it. He knows how to bend that rule in his favor. Hey, game respects game, man.
Yeah.
You know how to cheat the system. Cheat the system.
You got to adjust.
Exactly.
Play the game how it need to be played.
That's like the tush push. Everyone, because that was up again to get banned.
However, I forget who it was. I want to say I want to say it was a sports show. I forget who it was though. They brought up a really good point. Defenses can't do that. They can't take a player and push him when we're trying to like tackle and get them down. That's a flag.
That Pat McAfee. I heard him talk about that. That's saying that was his argument. He goes like the defense can't do it, but the offense are allowed to
do it. And I want to say no, I didn't hear it from Mac. It was Mark Schlereth.
Okay.
He said defenses can't do that. They took that rule away years ago. So how is it fair that they can have a formation to have? Because the complaint was injuries.
Yeah, because the reason of the defense is because people are getting literally crushed.
Well,
but now you could do it on the offense side.
Yeah. So good point. Now that's the only time I was like, well, because the other times I'm like, all right, stop all this fucking crying. It's been stopped. Yeah. Like you could stop it. You got
learn to stop it. And people are and another complaint is people couldn't learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the other thing. Yeah, Philadelphia trademarked that shit. So of course they can keep doing it because they know that system they created it. If I remember correctly, that was created by Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
So it's like they created the tush push. So of course they know how to do it. Other teams can't replicate it. They try to, it just doesn't work. So now they're like, get rid of it. So when I hear that, I go, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Learn it or counter it.
Yeah.
But when you bring that point up, because I remember hearing that point as well, that makes sense. If the defense can't push, because they're afraid of hurting someone,
can't do it, then why is it okay? So we can get injured, but they can't.
With the most protected player, I think, in all of NFL, besides the kicker. Kicker's pretty protected.
Yeah.
But the quarterback is just as protected now as a kicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could shove him through human beings with no flag, but you accidentally touch his arm after he's already passed the ball and it's a flag. What are we talking about here?
Or when you're tackling him on some lineman is pushing you, but his linemen are pushing you. You're trying to dodge him. You happen to grab the quarterback, and if you fall on him because your momentum is carrying you there, it's a flag. It's roughing the passer because you can't fall on top of a quarterback. So I get it. I get it now. I understand it now.
It is a very good point. I mean, everybody, audience, please put in the comments. Do you agree, disagree? Because I know that tush push has been something that's been brought up every year since its creation.
Yeah.
It's always talked about.
But nobody ever said why. It just sounded like complaining.
Well, I think that was the thing. I don't remember hearing it till this year, that argument for the defense.
Yeah.
I've always heard it just they don't know how to counter it or they don't know how to do it. So, and we can all agree, shut the fuck up.
Right.
But now with that argument, I got to agree.
Yeah, I got to agree. I got to agree.
But now, everybody, coming to our closing statements. Normally, we have a few people that want to come in. You can see a little warning sign right here. Controversial opinions. Mo, what you got? Let me go ahead and ISO on you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have missed y'all. I have missed talking to y'all, talking a little shit with you. But Hollywood Moe, Twitch. Okay. You see that at the bottom, right? From the hip football. That's where you're gonna get.
Speaking from the hip football, because I'm noticing something right there. I mean, you got a nice, that sharp hat. My God, it's just looking so sharp. And that's where you got it from, correct?
Yeah. From the hip football. You can get your merch there.
And we also can't forget one of the hottest selling items. currently on there. I mean, it is.
Oh man,
I haven't seen it on the show in a minute because we got to keep it special. You know, it's selling so hot. I'm surprised you don't wear it more often because at that point, someone's going to steal it off you.
You're talking about that Cheeks of the Week shirt.
Cheeks of the Week shirt,
man.
ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you can get it in multiple colors, but I mean, damn, it is a beautiful, beautiful T-shirt. And it's selling fast. Come on, guys, keep getting it because eventually, as much as we don't want to get rid of it, you got to put some fresh stuff in.
Got to put some fresh stuff because, in all honesty,
that's what I like to hear.
In all honesty,
we got merch coming in.
We got to get rid of this stuff. We got to change. But I know he's not here. Let me plug in his Twitch. He needs it. Please subscribe to him. He needs it. I'm not going to tell you why. But Boogie_CTV.
Can't forget Boogie_CTV.
Yep.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, now it's to my closing statements. And normally I'm here arguing with Anthony because Anthony likes to rabble on and just have some. He's been drunk. He's drinking half the time. I mean, he's drinking a lot. I have one beer. All right. And I'm not getting crazy here. But everyone, I was going to say that we do miss y'all. You know, most of the crew could not make it. Me and Mo definitely wanted to get this show up and run, get you something out here. At least something we could talk about. I know, like I said, this was off the script. This was as much from the hip as it possibly can, to the point where I might need hip surgery for what I've just caused. I think I did a pretty decent job with production.
Yep.
I hope I get this outro right. We're going to find out real quick.
Yep.
But everyone, I want to appreciate you all. Sorry for it's been a while, but, you know, we all got jobs. We got families. And it's the off season. So we're still going to keep getting you content. Still got some plans. Just got to get everybody together. You know, got big news coming from some other people. But it's just appreciate you all. Like, share, subscribe. From the Hip Dot Football. Get on it. Get your merch because, bam, your boy got this nice hat and it fits right. Like I said before, I said this before. I got some hats that fit really weird. You see that same hat I wear every episode. Reason why I wear it every episode because it's one of the few hats that fit right. But this one right here, man, fits good. It's snug but not tight. But what is tight is all the other shirts you can get on From the Hip Dot Football. And everybody, I want to go ahead and say thank you. We'll see you all soon, and hopefully we'll have the rest of the crew. And let's keep it football. Let's keep it from the hip.